Welcome to our journey into the life and profound impact of one of the most influential figures in Stoic philosophy, Seneca. Seneca's life was a testament to the power of resilience, wisdom, and ethical living. From his early years, Seneca showed great promise as a scholar and orator. His thirst for knowledge led him to study under some of the most renowned philosophers of his time, including Attalus and Sotion. But it was his encounter with Stoic philosophy that truly shaped his worldview. Seneca's writings, particularly his letters and essays, serve as timeless guides for navigating the complexities of life. In works like Letters to Lucilius and On the Shortness of Life, he imparts invaluable lessons on how to cultivate inner peace, face adversity with courage, and live a life of virtue. But Seneca's influence extended far beyond his writings. As a trusted advisor to Emperor Nero, he wielded significant political power. Yet, he remained steadfast in his commitment to Stoic principles, often advocating for justice and moderation in the face of tyranny. Despite facing numerous challenges and political intrigues, Seneca never wavered in his dedication to Stoicism. Even in the face of his own mortality, he embraced death with a calmness and acceptance that epitomized the Stoic ideal. Seneca's legacy continues to inspire countless individuals to this day. His teachings remind us that true happiness and fulfillment are found not in external possessions or fleeting pleasures, but in the cultivation of wisdom, virtue, and inner resilience. Join us as we delve deeper into the life and profound impact of Seneca, a towering figure whose wisdom transcends the boundaries of time and space. Let his timeless insights guide us on our own journey toward a life of meaning, purpose, and Stoic tranquility. I wanted to take a minute to thank everyone who has subscribed and encourage those who haven't to please consider subscribing to see the rise of Stoic empire. Seneca stands as a towering figure from the era of the Roman Empire, whose Latin writings on Stoicism grace the annals of philosophy to this day. His contributions have not only cemented his place in history, but also crucially informed contemporary interpretations of Stoic thought. Originally hailing from Corduba, now modern-day Spain, Seneca received his education in rhetoric and philosophy in the bustling hub of Rome. His life was a tapestry of triumph and tumult, seasoned with dramatic turns, from being exiled due to accusations of infidelity to being an intimate advisor to the infamous Emperor Nero. In his lifetime, Seneca explored themes resonating with his own experiences, like the nature of violent emotions and the divergence between political engagement and philosophical contemplation. Though written centuries ago, Seneca's works, such as the Moral Letters to Lucilius and the Moral Essays, which misleadingly includes dialogues, continue to spark interest and conversation. The Natural Questions, another of his works, along with his essays like On Mercy, the first known mirror of the Prince literature, demonstrate his depth and innovation across literary genres. In the modern era, Seneca's philosophy has seen a renaissance of its own. His revival speaks to the greater reassessment of Roman cultural achievement and, interestingly, to shifts within the disciplines of Greek Hellenistic philosophy and contemporary ethics, notably topics like emotional theory, personal relationships, and universal human connections have regained spotlight, partially due to Seneca's influential body of work. Modern thinkers have found resonance with Seneca's ideals, with Michel Foucault's reading ushering in a fresh appreciation for Senecan thought amidst current-day issues. Seneca's style is intensely personal, yet far from an autobiography. He masterfully employs a literary persona that encourages readers to contrast philosophical musing with their personal experiences rather than his. His nuanced conversation invites introspection and application to one's own life situations. Students of philosophy, along with seasoned enthusiasts, find solace and guidance in Seneca's writings today, much like a mentor across the ages. His teachings echo in modern practices like mindfulness, reminding us of the Stoic emphasis on living in the present and persevering through hardship. Seneca's legacy informs today's ethical discourses, particularly in the domains of environmental consciousness and ethical consumerism, demonstrating the timeless applicability of his moral reasoning. For those in search of personal growth, Seneca's counsel stands as sage advice in the form of self-help and development context. These centuries-old letters and consolation pieces offer a voice of wisdom and clarity. His philosophy's enduring impact is affirmed by the reverence he receives from many public figures and the references to his work found across various cultural spectrums, from literature and business to the expansive realm of personal wellness. Seneca's work, with its extensive range, genre-defying narratives, and deeply reflective themes, offers a profound vision of life, leadership, and humanity itself, a vision as relevant today as it was during the apex of the Roman Empire. As we continue to navigate the complexities of modern life, Seneca's timeless wisdom will undoubtedly continue to shape our understanding and practice of Stoicism. Through his enduring legacy, he continues to teach us how to live a life guided by reason and virtue, with grace and resilience in the face of challenges. So let us heed Seneca's words, embrace his teachings, and strive to embody the ideals of Stoicism in our daily lives, for they are just as relevant now as they were centuries ago. As Seneca himself once said, "We must dare to be wise." This call to action remains a powerful reminder of the enduring impact and relevance of his philosophy. The wisdom of Seneca is truly timeless, and it will undoubtedly continue to shape and enrich our lives for generations to come. So let us continue to explore and learn from Seneca's works, allowing his timeless wisdom to guide us in our pursuit of a virtuous life. In conclusion, Seneca's contributions to Stoic philosophy have left an indelible mark on history and continue to inspire and inform modern interpretations of his teachings. His thought-provoking and insightful writings resonate with readers across time and cultures, standing as testament to the enduring relevance of his ideas. As we continue to grapple with the complexities of life, Seneca's timeless wisdom will undoubtedly remain a beacon of guidance and inspiration, illuminating the path towards living a virtuous and fulfilling existence. So let us honor Seneca's legacy by embracing his teachings and embodying the ideals of Stoicism in our daily lives, embodying the timeless wisdom that has shaped and continues to shape our understanding of life itself. We are fortunate to have access to Seneca's works, and it is up to us to make use of his timeless wisdom to lead better, more virtuous lives. So let us heed Seneca's words, embrace his philosophy, and dare to be wise in our pursuit of a life well lived. As Seneca himself once said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Let us use the teachings of Seneca to make the most of our time on this earth and live with purpose, virtue, and wisdom. Our modern world may look vastly different from ancient Rome, but the wisdom of Seneca remains just as relevant and vital today. So let us continue to engage with his works, learn from his insights, and keep the spirit of Stoicism alive in our lives. For as Seneca reminds us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Let us not waste any more of our precious time, but instead strive to live in accordance with Seneca's philosophy and make the most of every moment. So let us continue to honor Seneca's legacy by living a life guided by reason, virtue, and wisdom. For that is truly how we can make the most out of our time on this earth. In the vast landscape of philosophy, Seneca stands tall with his thoughts on the choices between theoretical contemplation active political life, and the pursuit of pleasure. He does not align strictly with the conventional divisions set up by predecessors such as Aristotle and Plato, who debated whether wisdom, honor, or pleasure should be the end goal. Seneca instead presents us with a hybrid view, merging the life of contemplation and active practice. This duality addresses an ongoing conversation about retirement from public life versus the pursuit of a political career, balancing our inner peace with contributions to society. Philosophy versus politics. Consider this. We are often torn between making a societal impact through action or introspection. Professionals today might relate to Bill Gates, who, after an active business career, chose to contribute thoughtfully through philanthropy. Seneca argues that this isn't merely a choice between being practical or theoretical. Rather, philosophy and politics are different yet concurrent aspects of our existence. Our local achievements in politics directly aid those around us, while philosophy affords us a broader, global influence. This Stoic cosmopolitanism doesn't overwhelm us with the impossible feat of assisting everyone, but liberates us to effect change where we can, thus granting a sense of contentment regardless of our approach. The utility of philosophy. The young professional wavering between a soul-crushing, high-paying job and a modest-paying, gratifying career may find solace in Seneca's belief that fulfilling work is not confined to politics. Reflection and study carry their own form of practical benefit at a worldwide level. In understanding and practicing philosophy, we extend a helping hand to others beyond our immediate vicinity. The virtue of cosmopolitanism. Cosmopolitanism, according to Seneca, also ties into our perception of the human condition. He suggests there exists a familial bond among individuals that extends beyond bloodlines, spilling over into our collective intellect and universal fellowship. In contemporary terms, the camaraderie seen in global movements against climate change, or in the widespread adoption of wellness practices in the office mirror these Stoic ideals. These modern-day crusades are testimonies to the power of collective human endeavor. In conclusion, Seneca posits that through shared reason and fellowship, humans are elevated to the masters of the world. This philosophical premise, both humbling and empowering, resonates deeply today as it suggests profound strength in our unity and rationality. Through a shift from life in the Roman Senate to a life steeped in contemplation, Seneca paints a timeless portrait of balance that holds key lessons in this era of relentless choice and change. Now, we understand that our decisions are not just about personal growth or contribution, but about aligning our lives in harmony with the world. Engaging in globally resonant practices, be it through environmental advocacy or the promotion of mindfulness, taps into this Stoic wisdom on a deeper level. In revisiting Seneca, we don't just uncover historical reflections on life choices, but find a guiding compass for our modern dilemmas, advocating for a life enriched by both action and introspection, by community and personal peace. In the rich tapestry of Stoic philosophy, a striking concept centers around the nature of the soul. Two pivotal ideas stand out in this ancient discourse. The soul is not only a tangible entity, but also inherently rational in adults, with all of its functions intertwined with reason. This concept is known as psychological monism. Seneca, a renowned figure in the Stoic world, subscribed wholeheartedly to this view, despite acknowledging the allure of Platonic descriptions of the soul as something beyond the physical realm. He asserted in his writings, notably in Letter 106, that since only tangible entities can act and cause effects, the soul must indeed be corporeal. Stoicism historically is divided into three periods: early, middle, and late, each delineating different approaches and scholars. Controversial among scholars has been the stance of Middle Stoicism on psychological monism. Did Panaetius and Posidonius deviate from the idea that the soul's motivations and actions are solely managed by its rational part? This topic was hotly debated, with the recent scholarship suggesting a potential continuity rather than change within Stoicism over the periods. Psychological monism denies any distinction between reason's practical and theoretical applications in decision-making and the pursuit of a virtuous life. According to this perspective, knowledge directly influences actions, negating the need for a clear divide between philosophical education and practicing virtue. Seneca, however, bespoke this interrelation distinctly. He stressed that understanding philosophical tenets should not remain at the level of intellectual exercise, but should transcend into practical facets of life, such as managing wealth and power. His view encompasses an iterative process where philosophy becomes a lived experience, implying that knowing something doesn't necessarily equate to truly internalizing and applying it in life. In modern terms, this mirrors the practice of mindfulness and personal development. Just as mindfulness encourages constant self-awareness and emotional management, so too does Seneca propose a philosophy that requires regular reflection and application to one's actions. His take on desires, like the chase for social status or wealth, resonates with contemporary minimalism. Like modern minimalists, Senecan thought encourages finding fulfillment beyond materialistic measures, accentuating simplicity and inner peace. Furthermore, his insights into handling impulses and emotions parallel today's cognitive psychology approaches towards temper and mental health. Discussions around moral leadership and ethical living are pervasive in our current age, echoing Seneca's beliefs about integrity and virtuosity. Public figures like author Tim Ferriss have echoed Stoic virtues, bridging ancient wisdom with modern practices. In rewriting Seneca's reflections on Stoicism, we've attempted to maintain the core tenets while presenting them in a more digestible and applicable format for contemporary enthusiasts of philosophy. By drawing connections to relatable modern-day concepts and figures, we aim to invite readers into the Stoic world, where enduring insights on virtue, reason, and the human soul continue to enlighten paths to personal growth and fulfillment. We hope that this piece sparks your curiosity to explore Stoicism further and reflects on how it might influence your daily life. In the words of Seneca himself, "If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person." With Stoic principles as our guide, let us venture into a world of self-improvement, introspection, and fulfillment. The journey is yours to take. Are you ready? Let us take inspiration from Seneca's philosophy and embrace the power of fellowship and community in our modern lives. As we navigate through various challenges and decisions, may we remember that unity and rationality can elevate us to become masters of our own world. Let us continue to learn and grow, not just for ourselves, but for the greater good of the world we share. Together, we can live a life of balance, enriched by both action and contemplation, guided by Stoic wisdom and modern practices. So let us embrace Stoicism and its timeless insights to create a more harmonious and fulfilling world for all. Seneca did not envision himself as a foundational philosopher, but rather as a practitioner within a well-established tradition, Stoicism. If we were to piece together a comprehensive account of his philosophy, it would reveal a nuanced layering of both old Stoic wisdom and his original musings. Sometimes Seneca elaborated on Stoic concepts. At other times, he streamlined the philosophy, focusing on its practical, life-guiding aspects. Identifying strongly with Stoicism, Seneca often employs the collective we to speak as a member of this school of thought. However, it's more apt to view him as operating within Stoicism rather than adhering strictly to its orthodoxies. He claimed intellectual independence, engaging with Stoic ideas but not as a mere follower. In his works, like On the Private Life, Seneca expressed an allegiance to Stoic leaders' guiding principles, not their authority. Seneca's approach was flexible, incorporating useful ideas from other schools of thought. His engagement with Plato's work, for example, reveals an open-mindedness to wisdom beyond Stoicism. He was open to adopting metaphors and concepts from different philosophies and integrating them in ways that added depth to his teachings. Modern parallels can be drawn between Seneca's ethical perspectives and current discourses on sustainable living and ethical consumerism. His advice remains applicable, encapsulating a universal guidance that resonates with today's challenges of ethical living. His letters and consolations have even made their way into contemporary self-help and personal development literature, offering timeless wisdom for a life well lived. Much like some of his Stoic contemporaries, Seneca primarily focused on ethics. He was knowledgeable about the finer points of Stoic logic, language, epistemology, and metaphysics, but he didn't spend much time exploring these areas in his writings. Setting him apart from other Roman philosophers, such as Cicero, Seneca's innovation lay in his linguistic approach. He wasn't preoccupied with aligning Latin terms with their Greek equivalents. Rather, he philosophized in Latin, a distinction that requires readers to engage with his arguments as they are, unfettered by Greek philosophical traditions. Just as Seneca has taught us, the things that trigger our senses are transient and not truly part of the essential fabric of life. Popular culture today echoes Seneca's influence, with leaders across industries citing his philosophies as influential. In reviving Seneca for contemporary audiences, we find a philosopher who doesn't just belong to the ancient world, but whose ideas continue to engage and inspire to this day. As philosophers, students, or simply life learners, there is much to gain from his teachings that guide us toward meaning, virtue, and resilience in our complex modern existence. Let us continue to honor Seneca's legacy by embracing his teachings and embodying the ideals of Stoicism in our daily lives, for they hold timeless wisdom that can help us navigate the challenges of the modern world. As Seneca himself once said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Let us heed his words and live with purpose, virtue, and wisdom, for that is truly how we can make the most out of our time on this earth. So let us continue to engage with Seneca's works, learn from his insights, and keep the spirit of Stoicism alive in our lives. For as Seneca reminds us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. In today's video, we've explored 11 Stoic strategies. These strategies are powerful tools that can help us become more valuable individuals in our own eyes and within society. By applying these strategies, we aim to enrich our souls and foster positive progress in our daily lives. I stand firmly by your side, not only as a guide, but also as a companion on the journey of self-development through Stoic philosophy. Remember, every significant change begins with small steps, and I am always here to offer support and encouragement. Continue striving to be the best version of yourself, and remember that true peace and value originate from within. If this conversation has sparked a desire for more exploration, more understanding, and more growth, I invite you to continue the journey. On your screen, you'll see a playlist that will take you further into the world of Stoicism, its principles, and how they can be applied to everyday life. So go ahead, click on it, and let's continue our journey and grow together. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, stay stoic, my friends. Watch the next video, and I'll see you there.